let's go. All right, so at 45, I'm seeing 45, 40, 46 is 40, yeah, about 1 mile difference. Hey there everyone. Today we have a 2020 Kia Sportage SX on our channel. I want to say a huge thank you to Michael at Enterprise Sales of Rockville for providing me this car for a test drive. If you're looking for a car, make sure to reach out to him. I will leave all the information down below in the description. As far as today's test drive, we're going to take a look outside and inside of the car, take it for a drive, I'll share my impressions with you, and we will do some 0 to 60 Dragy tests. Well, let's get started and go for the drive. This is my first time driving a Sportage. I've driven this engine and transmission setup before in the Optima Turbo, but I've never driven these, and this is the all-wheel drive version 2, which means we have good grip and good off-the-line performance. I think it's a cute little crossover. Has some Kia Forte inspiration to it, along with some, I guess, Macan, like some little Porsche vibes to it too. I think it's a cute little crossover. Let's check out the back. So getting in the back here, gotta say there's a lot of space here. And we can also adjust the back of the seat too, depending which angle you want to sit at. There's a lot of space. I'm 6'2". We have a head like armrest, a huge panoramic sunroof, vents in the back, USB outlet, pockets. I like how they made the plastic here so kids can't destroy the leather. Really good. I like it. The materials feel good. They aren't necessarily luxury quality, but they do feel quite good. And the seat comfort itself is really nice. We have an automatic tailgate, a good sized trunk. There's quite some usable space in the back. We have a spare tire. Let's check out the engine bay. We do not have a hydraulic holder, so we have to use this bar right here, but that's fine. We have a turbo 2.0 liter. Well, let's hop inside this cabin. So getting inside here, the first thing that I can notice right away is how many resemblances I can feel to the Kia Stinger GT. I actually had one, so I feel quite a few similarities with the buttons, the trim, even the door handles, and the flat bottom steering wheel, which I think is excellent design wise. We have a very straightforward layout here, an easy to use infotainment system with our navigation, phone, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, voice control, and you can use these buttons as well to navigate through your infotainment. I also like that Kia did everything here in such a way that anybody who gets in this car can pretty much figure out what to do. We have all our physical controls here, dual climate, our ventilated and heated seats, heated steering wheel, but I'll keep the ventilation on. We have our, what is this, the all-wheel drive lock, I believe. Yeah, the hill descent. Yeah, this is the all-wheel drive lock on. Hill descent, and we have different drive modes, so eco, normal, and sport. We have the auto hold feature, which lets us rest our foot on the floor. We don't have to keep the brake pedal all the time in traffic. And we have the park sensors. Good size storage compartment. The materials here feel good. They're soft to touch. This is the hard piece, but everything here is soft. I like the way the steering wheel feels. And all the display information here is very easy to see and read. We have different modes here that we can scroll through. All the information that we need, we can see. Okay. This also has the Harman Kardon audio system, a wireless charging pad, our power outlets, and a USB. I love this panoramic sunroof. It's gigantic, like through the whole roof. Auto dimming mirror with the home link. But let's keep the shade open. There we go. So let's check out the backup camera and get going for our test drive. So the mirrors are adjusted. And these are also auto folding mirrors as well. The backup camera is of decent quality. It's not super HD, but it is very good for this segment. You can see everything clearly. The driver's window is automatic. A few things that I really adore so far about this car is the seating position. You're sitting pretty high and you can see everything around you. We have decent sized pillars so they don't block the view. You can see everything around them. And just overall, the visibility is very good. There's lots of space for me. There's lots of headroom, lots of shoulder room. I think the seats are very comfortable, supportive. We have the lumbar support as well. I feel like this car gives a lot for the money. You're getting a lot of good features for this price. I haven't driven this car too long yet, but once we hit the road, I will share my impressions about the drivetrain and how the driving feel here is. And then after that, we'll just do some quiet driving, and then we will do the acceleration testing. So without applying much throttle, the Sportage just rockets up to speed instantly. I maybe applied like 15–20% of throttle in normal mode. I like how you can put your hand here and then on the shifter, it's a perfect straight line. Let's give it some gas. This is about half throttle right here. Wow, this is very, very good. Half throttle gets me up to speed very quickly, effortlessly. There's plenty of torque. I like how responsive the gas pedal is. You know, there's no real delay that I ever, like, I'm not feeling any delay at all. Stopping power feels good. I hear a little bit of the turbo. Let's go over to sport mode and see how that is. So sport mode gives us instant response, when we touch the pedal, let's do sport. Oh yeah, right away we can feel the pickup. Wow. Let's see how it accelerates off the light in sport mode. There will probably be a little bit of a delay, but it should move well, because from the roll it definitely has some good punch to it. And I like the way it sits on the road. The handling is very direct, predictable, and you know exactly what the car is going to do when you give it input. But let's go. And here's the first 60. Almost hit 70. But just look at how good the power here is. It's effortless. It's effortless. I will go back to comfort for just for now, for normal, like to normal mode. And let's enjoy the drive. I also want to point out that the ride is very compliant. It's comfortable, but it's not too smooth where it feels like you're just gliding in a metro, but it's very comfy. I want to point that out as well. So another observation that I want to point out so far in my driving is there is some rattle from the sunroof, but that is a pretty common issue with Kia. You can hear a little bit of a rattling from the sunroof. I like how the transmission here works. It's very smooth. As far as the road noise, you can hear some wind noise and road noise. It's not too well insulated compared to like a German luxury car. It is louder in the cabin. So I would say it's about on par with a 2016 Accord maybe. It's on par with that kind of sound level on the freeway. And another thing, what happens is when you go from normal, logically you'd want to go to sport, and then from there you want to go, you know, eco, normal, sport. But here you go from normal to sport, to eco, I think, yeah, to eco, and then you go to sport. So the order is completely messed up. I feel like you should be going from normal to sport and not to eco. But let's now check the accuracy of this speedometer right here and see how accurate it is versus the GPS. All right, so at 45, I'm seeing 45, 40, 46 is 40, yeah, about 1 mile difference per hour. Okay. Yeah, it's 1 mile per hour difference. So once we get down there, we're gonna do our 0 to 60 tests. The first test that we're gonna perform is actually gonna be just from idle. We're just gonna go from idle to full throttle, see how the pickup is, and then the next run we're gonna disable traction and we're going to brake boost and see if that makes any major difference for our times. You will see that in the upcoming clip next. Let's come to a complete stop and go. All right, so let's take a look at the times. We did 0 to 60 in 7.69 seconds, and the 1/8 mile came at 10.13 at 71.22 miles an hour. We have the AC on. The weather's pretty good. I'd say not perfect boost weather, but it's decent. Well, this run, let's actually disable traction and see what we can do with that. Okay, very good. Very good U-turn. It was easy. Let's come to a full stop, reset the Dragy, and let's boost her up real quick. All right, let's go. Let's check out the times. So we did 0 to 60 in 7.73 seconds. So brake boosting did absolutely nothing for us. The 1/8 mile came at 10.19 at 71.21, and the 1/4 mile came in 15.66 at 89.82 miles an hour. So those are the times for this car, and this was with the AC off and brake boost and traction disabled. With the traction, yeah, the traction and the stability disabled. So these are pretty much the best times that I can do right now on this car. So brake boosting, it makes no sense whatsoever. Don't even bother with it. Just pedal to the metal and you're good to go. Well, let's wrap up the test drive. Overall, I really enjoyed this experience in the Sportage. It's a lively, comfy, tech-enriched SUV. Or crossover, yeah, that's a better term. It's got good seats, it's got a nice ride, comfortable yet firm. Handling is good, secure, stable, predictable. Now the brake pedal, once you keep braking on and on from higher speeds, you will feel a little bit of fade. You will start to feel it. so I assume it will get worse with time if you keep doing it in the same, you know, duration of time. You keep slowing down quickly. There is a little bit of a small, like a tiny rattle from the sunroof. It's not very noticeable, especially if your music is playing, but many Kias do have that problem with the rattle of the sunroof. I heard it from many Kia Stinger owners that they experience the same problems. The infotainment is solid. The controls are very easy to use. The quality is good. The materials feel nice. They're not luxury quality, and you know, this gloss here will scratch up pretty quickly, but it's still a very pleasant cabin to be inside of, and I definitely think this is a more upscale and plush option than per se a RAV4 or what other car of this segment of this year, obviously, or like a Rogue. It's a nicer option. It's nice. It's definitely a very nice ride. And for the money, I mean, this is a great bargain. Well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. And until next time.